guys are live.
Nobody wants to play today? That's good. Okay. And we're going to withdraw number 5 on their forfeit. Okay. Because the resolution. Doesn't state a dollar amount, it says that I'm lounge for restaurant dining to residents 16 over in Wyoming County. Based upon need and amounts not to exceed the 2022 budget.
Okay, so you don't need to buy.
So we don't need to bother. Not changing the resolution, they can negotiate that change, I suppose, as long as it stays under the parameters of that resolution. Which is good news for us.
Oh, we're gonna have to.
I don't even sure if Andrew's aware of it yet.
I'm great, I got it straight now, but I think you'll do it. I think you'll do it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you.
I just now.
Yes. You know, somebody that will feel good about that. That's exactly what we like. I know, Tess told me, oh, it's a shorter good one.
Oh, Harrison says it's too early for my birthday. That would be fun. I was gonna say it was too early for my birthday, but I'll take it anyway.
Well, I'm telling you, you may like him. Isn't he cute?
Oh,
It even comes with a brush. I'm gonna put him somewhere so you can all see. Yeah.
It's just me. Jerry wants to touch it.
Jerry, you want to put the dog?
Oh, he's cool.
So, not ever gonna see, I'll show you. And the thing that's hilarious about him is just at unannounced times.
We'll start to do this thing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Watch he'll lift his paw up eventually. There's no rhyme or reason to
Back
it.
there. Hi, baby. Yeah.
Sometimes, I don't know what it is, I really haven't read the directions, but.
Turning, yes, I can see his face.
There he is.
Not aware.
You want you need a new cat?
That's
That's a good one.
They don't live there.
Not aware.
What is it?
It's not.
We have puppies too, and Tess goes, do you want to take a puppy too?
You want one of those? They're easy to maintain, so they do some
And
better.
please
once in a
don't
while.
mind my sneakers. I want to tell you this because I want it to reflect in my evaluation.
You don't have to worry about a cat box, you don't have to worry about feeding it, you know. You just worry about finding dinner.
We buy my mom one every Christmas.
Where'd you get that
They're animated.
Well, I got tons of
Play
them.
there. She hates animals, so we always get her a random one to leave around the house.
And they think they're real. They name them and they talk to them.
I'll tell you when my mom was over at East Side, right after she had.
Look at that, look at that.
Listen, I even have, we have to fluff him up. He's my box too.
Oh, he is for. And my mom was.
I got a cat that lays on its back all the time, takes more and
And
rubs.
one day.
Our puppy would do that.
She'd gone into everyone's room on the floor, yeah. Anybody could stuff cat. On her bed.
No, Lord.
And she just loved cats. It's like, oh. Yeah.
She probably did love it. When I got to work this morning, and somebody canceled, we have a complex route that we do, Meals on Wheels complex route. And the driver was ill or whatever, so, it goes out. Everybody starts, who can do it, who can do it, who can do it. So somebody agreed to do it, Jamie, in my office, and the next thing.
Yeah, I see that ARP money, they open it up just about everything.
Yeah.
I listened to the conference the other day and
And I
I was like, I mean, she does a very good job. She's the attorney for the county, she's an attorney. She did a very excellent job.
Because I just have like these slippers I have under my desk.
She's young and she's full of energy, you know? She's not boring listening.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know how you get some of those and it's like, yeah, okay, get to your point.
Yeah.
That is super cute.
So anyway, what should I, who's coming that we can steer with them? We'll just keep
Right there, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So wow, guys, I miss a day of work and I get news about Joe and news about Cheryl Linger.
Yeah.
Wow. You just don't know. It's been crazy, hasn't it? Vanessa looks a little freaked out.
Wait, have you seen the ones like, they used to have them at domes and arcade, they're just like that, but they don't move or anything?
Yeah.
We've gotten my mom probably 4 or 5 of those because she hates cats. So we
Oh,
would
just
get
as a
them
child.
and like lay them in her house on her chair or
Do you wanna
whatever. She'd
borrow
come in and she's like, what is that? So she has them now placed behind furniture, so as my nephew likes them and he'll bring them out and play with them, but
Oh my
yeah,
God.
she would get so mad. She's like, there's a cat.
I know.
My sister-in-law and I.
And Becky just goes about her day, doesn't even notice.
Yeah, she will.
We have a cat.
Oh.
When my mom was sick one time in Florida, my sister-in-law and I went and picked one up like at Target or something, and had one, and we took it to her, because she always said she wanted a cat. And it was-
Yeah,
It moved, it, it did the same thing.
yeah.
I don't know what she did with it. She left it in Florida and wrote it up.
No litter bag.
No litter box.
That's it, right?
But you don't get the bonus of stray mice catching either though, so it's a trade-off, especially at our house.
Ours won't kill them, other than play with them.
Oh, we used to have a cat that would get mice, and then Walt decided we didn't have a cat in the house, so now we have a dog who brings me dead woodchucks and deer heads and whatever else it finds, and drags it up to the porch, because I want to see that. Thanks.
Yeah, and I-
We had 2 dogs until 2 days ago.
Oh, 2 dogs a lot.
Emily backed over the puppy.
Probably dogs.
It was terrible. I mean, Walt cried, I cried. She didn't. She said it was the dog's fault, which made Jake absolutely lose his mind. It's your fault, just own it. The poor thing, it was so sad. It was a good puppy too. She was 2 years old. So needless to say, we're building a kennel and a fence and everything else for the dogs as soon as spring breaks.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
So she got there and found us all.
All righty. That would be. Okay, I'm gonna give you some numbers. All right, so I've got 65 participants total for ISAP, and 46 of those are active.
Remind me what that is.
That is the expanded in-home services for the elderly program. That's where we go in and we provide aid services
Okay.
or respite or a period of
Personal care and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's 46 of those people are active. 22 are getting the PCA level 1. That's more like general housekeeping, Vanessa, and, more, what number, PCA 2 is more personal care, where they touch.
They touch them, okay.
And 3 of the people under that program are getting a lifelong one.
How many?
3.
Did you say PCA two? I'm sorry.
PCA 2 is the more higher level of care.
The number?
Oh, the number, 21. Okay, so now we'll move down to my respite program. We have 38 total this year so far, and 26 are active right now. And the reason I say this year, they all run on a different, whether they're funded by state, federal, or local. So our respite program is a state, so it'll be April 1st. Before that, 38 renews.
I knew that.
I've got one of those 26 active in adult daycare. Right now, I don't have any 0 getting PCA 1, but I've got 7 getting PCA 2. One person during this time has received an overnight respite, and 17 are getting the lifeline button through that program. And then I have 40 private pays. My Alzheimer's program right now has 52. And that changes every month. It could be 35 and then 50, just depends on who needs what. As far as my home delivered meals, I'm finally back in where I was a little bit before COVID. I have 287 active with 252 going up today. Arcade is averaging 11 at the meal site. And this month I averaged 35 at the Pine Lounge. That number goes down this time of year because of a lot of snowbirds. And I think that's it. Any questions?
Number 2, reappointment to the advisory council.
Yeah, I'm glad you're coming back.
I didn't choice.
You did, you got appointed by the chair.
I'll move that.
So actually, we're gonna
All
see
in
what
favor?
right?
Number 3, we wanted to do some recognition.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to do a better job of this, just to have people that give as much time as they do. We've got a couple people that really, I'd like to give them a certificate of appreciation. Cheryl's working on that for me, so at the February 8th board meeting, I'm gonna bring the 2 with me. Yeah, so that's okay.
Number 4, contract with WCJW for advertising.
Yeah, this is for all my programs, and it's actually a 3-year contract.
Any motion on that, Supervisor Ranger? Any questions for the director? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. All right, number 5 is being withdrawn at this time because it's not necessary. The original language, or the language in the original resolution was flexible as to the actual dollar amount.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. I maybe tested, but I did.
Yeah, so like the easy.
Great.
All right, number 6, minimum wage for your meal site managers.
Yeah, it looks like it's already been accomplished. They. They just do those things, so.
Thank you for that.
Right.
All right, and then we have an appointment to the advisory council for an agency representative.
No, oh, that is a community rep.
Okay.
Thank you for
I
noticing.
wondered what agency.
No, she's from Gainesville.
What do you say your first name?
Address.
Address?
Is it Edric?
Address, yeah.
Thanks.
Is it Dad Ed? Is it a version of Edward? Is there an
No,
Edward in her
it's a
family?
woman.
It's a woman, it's a.
Right, I was just wondering if like, you know,
Her father was.
right.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
like you get a Luann and because Dad's Lou type of thing.
I don't know, it's,
It is, and later on, you're gonna see.
I really like it. It's a different name I've never seen before.
it's a. She was
I
a
kind of
spine.
talked with her that way.
She's gonna be.
Can I get a
Oh, good,
motion
good.
on this appointment?
Make-
Supervisor Roach? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. And overnight travel authorization.
We'll see if this
I
ends.
said, we see so few of these now.
I know, they canceled it.
It goes soon.
Yeah, it could, it might. It is a small group. There's only about 32 directors that come, so maybe they're able to do it, but I haven't been on to anything in over 2 years.
Yeah, I know you regularly attended this.
Yeah,
previously, so.
yeah.
Can I get a motion on that? Supervisor Davis? Any questions for the director? Not all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Anything else for us on Officer Region?
No, good.
You feel?
So, numbers for my early intervention program, I have 54 active. That number went down quite a bit in 1 month, and it's because when January comes, depending on the kid's age, they might pop up into preschool. So they could be 2.5 actually and end up in the preschool program if the parents choose. So that's why that number kind of slowed down by 8 or 9. So I have 15 kids that are in the process of being evaluated for eligibility. And then my preschool number is up to 111 and 29 go to a center. Okay.
There was some discussion at dinner family when Patrick was doing an update on the budget about a big addition of funding for the early intervention
Who was?
from NICEAG.
Oh, okay.
Trying to provide more money so they pay the providers more and
Yeah.
train more providers.
That's exactly true. I mean, I don't know if it's all gonna come to me, but we obviously have to support it because we're so short on therapists.
And I think, it's gonna be on the county side, and what they're doing is they're gonna advocate to the state pick up that additional instead of the counties. If I remember right. That's what they said.
Sounds, all right.
Interdepartmental contract with TSS.
Yeah, this is that safe harbor program I've been blubbering on about for a couple of years. The way that the state runs this program is the first 2 years, the grant goes to the Youth Bureau, where it's supposed to be a lot of education and awareness. In the third year, the grant goes to DSS. And we continue with education and awareness, but now we have more policies and procedures in place for if we do get referrals. And Kim Barber approached me to see if we would continue with the program, and she would provide the funds to us. It's a perfect match for me.
Your forum this week?
What's that?
Your forum this week?
Yeah, so I got that crazy thing going on Friday that we're excited about with, we've got a survivor, a couple FBI people, a couple of Homeland Security people talking about human trafficking and child sexual exploitation. It's at Perry. If anybody has the morning free, I think it'd be worth it to hear it. I've got about 75 people coming, so I'm pretty happy. That's school people. It's still for more adults and school people and agency people, but I put it out there to the public, and I think about 7 of them are just people interested in coming. So feel free. But anyway, that's what that is we're going to continue to work, in the grant.
Can I get a motion on approving the contract? Supervisor Granger. Any further questions or discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Contract with Lamar for billboard advertising.
That's the same grant.
Okay. All right. I need a motion on that.
Okay.
Supervisor McCormick. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. And you have an appointment to your youth board.
Yep, another Giants, thanks to Sandy King.
Can I get an emotion on that?
I'll move it.
All right. Any questions or discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. And just an FYI, that's your contract with the Penny Saver. Not to exceed $1,000. Anything else?
No, I just brought my kitty cat for you all to see. And I go, you guys are quiet now, you must have known we were talking and having a meeting.
You want to make no noise during the meeting.
Yeah, you're gonna wake up. Come on.
No, oh, there we go. I know. He all of a sudden just wakes up and lifts his paw. Yeah, we got, the state, I mean, these things are expensive. They're like $300 for an animal. And so it started out that the state got a grant and they offered them to all of us. And we just, we said, yeah, we'll try a dozen of them. Well, it really helped. We have puppies too, like little puppies. The kitty is more realistic to me for some reason.
Now, these are for the Alzheimer's.
Yeah, it's for the first round came for dementia patients. But now there's another round and we got more and we took them, especially because we were finding even people like I have a couple that are completely like smart and bright, but they always had cats, their mind isn't going at all. And when they saw this because they both have health issues and everything else, they just can't. So they have one. And what we do is if somebody that we give it to passes away, we kind of nicely ask if they might give it back so we can use it. And they gave us a cleaning protocol on how to clean them up and yeah, but they're just, if people are pet lovers and especially the dementia folks, they sit and pet them, they brush them. There's a little brush that comes. Jerry, you want to give one to your wife?
One of those, Jerry? He's gonna maintain, all you have to do is change the battery.
Now he's purring.
Jerry saves on vet bills and.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, cheap,
With the,
just change the battery.
Sometimes you see them.
with baby dogs,
Yeah, because they go back to.
you know, so I could see them using that instead of a
Start
dog,
making
you
a
know.
draft horse.
Yeah. We don't have to worry about the
Draft horses, they just come running on.
There you go.
Doug looks like he really wants one. Look at his face. Okay.
You don't. But yeah, if you want to borrow it for a day, you let me know.
Okay.
And I've got orange ones too.
Set it on my mom's bed.
Oh my gosh, and just turn it on and let it, yeah.
Just see her throw it out the front door.
You'll be out fetching it out the front, out of the snow.
Yeah.
Go out there in the snow bank.
Right.
Take the time. Oh, which is very nice. Here we go. Hot.
How did they get one?
Just call me, I have a sign out sheet. Actually, Luann Roberts came and got one, must have had someone in mind that needed it. we just take down their name and kind of keep track. I mean, I'm not gonna go chasing them down, but we kind of. We gave one to the comfort care homes.
Yeah.
And, some people think they're creepy and they don't have anything to do with it.
Take it out of the box, wonder how they ever got it.
Yeah.
How do they even fold it that small?
I'll get out of here so you can. go on. Nobody else is here.
Just put it on the floor, stand there. There you go. Okay.
It's valuable at your house as there are, as I see.
Just waiting for the next batch.
Yep.
They're never the same in the barn. Every time you go in, they change colors and sizes. It's always different. Somebody dropped off some Siamese mix thing one time. That thing thought it owned the farm and it was nasty. It would chase you. I'm like, I was you first. You can get
This is my
come
fault,
after
not yours.
me. Yeah.
I pay the bills, not you.
Yeah, well, Walt took care of that one. It disappeared. I don't ask.
I'm on Zoom.
Just don't know what happened to it. Ran away,
Yep.
I've never seen it again.
That one wasn't around anymore. It went up to Hoffman's last week. It was a friendly cat. It kept coming and getting in his way, wanting him to pet it and stuff. So loaded it up and took it up to Squeak Hoffman's house. And Mexican farmhand took to it, so it follows him all over the farm.
Yeah, I'm sure. And a lot of them guys like them.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't, they mind their own business. They don't go out,
Yep.
associate, so a lot of them don't, and some of them do, but a lot of them they don't because,
There's the language.
in their whole thing.
Yeah. The one that he has, all of a sudden he went from 1 to 2 to 3. The brother came up and then the cousin. Can you send one with the wife that'll clean my house? They can come to our they'll cook and clean for a while. I'd be all about it.
I was on her way, but I can't find Tony.
Saw him yesterday afternoon, Martin Brothers gets his truck inspected.
Wonder do, we can, yeah, I do have the, what? I do his attachments for. Yeah. His lawyer report, and then his other office activities, I don't know if everyone's look at those, they're online. December claims, he had 114 active ones. And between the new monthly awards and the retroactive awards, there was a total of $106,000 for veterans that came in. We had 8 events, 8 warrior events, and 3 rides that were arranged for 70 people that were served with those. Christmas gift giveaway, they provided gifts for 210 veterans. That's something that's been going on for 2 years, now, 3 years. And funeral details were arranged for 3 different funerals. Skipping down to number 3 is the honor guard gift guard discussion. He's got a note on January 14th, Jennifer Wilkinson, Kelly Dryja, Kelly Fisher, and Tony met to discuss the JVC and Wyoming County Honor Guard situation. Prior to that meeting, he had an agreement with appropriate letterhead typed up and signed by the JVC President Bill Wilkinson and Honor Guard Commander Jack Race, stating that the Wyoming County Honor Guard falls directly under the JVC, and sent that agreement to the county attorney prior to the meeting we had on the 14th. She said it looked good. Where they stand right now is that mental health department, through the use of the Joyer grant funding, will send monies possibly quarterly to the JVC. And as a thank you for all that they do in representing our county. And then the JVC will then disperse the funds to the members that participate with the honor guard. And then they sign off that they receive the gas cards for their privately owned vehicles. And then that way that helps get them reimbursed for mileage.
This is Janice. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, just to clarify, we sat and talked about it. I said, I think it'd be best if we just had an agreement with the JVC for them to provide honor guard services and leave it at that. And Tony was going to make sure that that amount of money kind of flowed through correctly through the JVC. But really, we're just contracting with the JVC in order to ensure that, honor guard service, we understand it costs money. So we're just doing that. So it's a certain dollar amount. Should be.
Okay.
Is that what that's on there? A request to have a contract with the JVC?
There's not a request for that yet.
Not here, but there is tomorrow for mental health because that's where the money flows.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're mental health is contracting with the JVC for a specific dollar amount, and we're just gonna pay it to them. And hoping, Tony said he's on that JVC, he's highly involved in it, so he'll ensure that the funds are used the way we intend.
Okay.
Say that.
All right. Everyone good with that? We'll probably discuss it a little bit more tomorrow as well. So we count on. Okay, and then number 4, just to let everyone know, Tony received his accreditation number through the American Legion. He's had his training and got his accreditation, so he can be filing the claims and doing all of that processing. And according to the resolution that he was hired, once he achieved that status, he was eligible for $1,000 increase in his salary. And that has been approved and sent to HR and to payroll. So he will be getting that next paycheck. I don't know what else on it is moving. If you have any questions for him on any issues, give him a call, send him an email, or that. Those who refuse. Okay. And 1 and 2, she is looking to fill a couple of vacancies. There's a senior account clerk vacancy. One position is available February 2nd. And then the next one is a community services worker, and that position is also available February 2nd. Is there any questions on this? Now, this is our first opportunity to do the first look in our community versus in Charles. Say number 4, should say number 2. If there are no questions or concerns, can I get a motion to approve? Supervisor King. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Then we have a bunch of interdepartmental contracts with workplace council and the health department. First is for client physical. Appearance. And then the second is for early intervention services. The last one, or the second one, is actually a multi-year contract. No cost, neither of these have cost to county. Number 4, FYIs, contracts with Literacy West for job readiness training. And with Abby Moore for supervision and guidance of a specific foster child in a medical facility. And those are FYIs. Number 5, contracts for work experience. Renewal contracts, no changes for 2022, no cost to the county. Animal shelter, Village of Arcade, Literacy West, and YMCA. The mayor and Arcade is up. Oh, that's right. Number 6 is a contract for funeral payments for indigents. Falcone Family Funeral Nation. Number 7. The interdepartmental contract, which was discussed earlier in this committee meeting with the youth bureau. This is Barbara, right on.
My glasses so I can see.
Okay. So we are on number 7, the interdepartmental contract with the youth bureau and the IT department.
Did somebody from the Bureau talk about take care of it? Okay.
Andrea is one that you were interested in contracting with them to continue.
Yes.
the program.
Yep.
And the other one is just a renewal contract. In IT.
Yes. Joe.
Neither Google.
Pardon me?
Oh, I heard it. Yes. Sheriff's Department. Security for ESS personnel. It's also a renewal contract. And then the Health Department, the Personal Care Services Program Coordination.
Do you have any questions on any of these? These are just renewals.
No changes other than what might be noted and change the dates. Can I get a motion on those four kindergarten contracts? Supervisor McCormick. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Number 8. Amended contract with Hillside Children's Center.
That's just a renewal of our yearly contract for foster care.
Okay. And I get a motion on Supervisor Roach. Any questions on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 9.
The Children of Waiting Parents is a new therapeutic foster care contract that we just started for one child. And you see it just goes through June. Because most of our contracts are renewed in June, I believe. For foster care. They start at 7/1.
And then Center of Disability Rights.
And that is agents that we contract with for personal care. They have aides that go into the home.
Any questions on those? Not can I have a motion to approve? Supervisor Davis. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Renewal contracts with no changes other than the service dates. For daycare contracts and funeral home contracts.
What's the WMS system?
Welfare management system.
Okay. My brain keeps thinking waste management and that can't. You're not that big of a company.
Any other questions? If not, I get a motion to approve the contracts. Supervisor Ranger. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Other contracts here, Interprotect, Planned Parenthood, Restore, Sexual Assault Services, Spectrum Hearing Services, and LD Rehab Associates.
Some of those are for domestic violence, some are for sexual assault. Interpretact we use for, we had one deaf client who may interpret for us.
There's one more, it's great. Oh, okay. And, okay, on the next page, there's a new direct for community-based treatment services.
Yeah, we contract with them to go into the home and work with children. Instead of putting the children in foster care, we have someone from their agency go into the home to keep the child out of foster care.
Any questions? any of those agreements. Now, could I have a motion to approve? Supervisor McCormick. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Monthly report.
Yeah, December of last year. No big changes. As you look at, the first page there, the number of applications is minimal and rate hasn't raised that much. If you look at the next page, applications actually went down for the month of December. Some areas. But HEAP is still going strong, so that keeps it up there. And then foster care, numbers are the same. And our numbers for child protective went up in December from previous months slightly. But we were higher this year overall. You see, we have 588 cases versus 511 last year. But some of that we believe was because school was not in session a lot of the time. It was done remotely and reports weren't being made. Any questions about my stats?
Yes, none. Anything else going on?
Yes, but you and I are going to be separately. And we have contracts with you and contract for Cheryl.
Okay,
For around here.
okay. Any questions for the commissioner? We are adjourned.
Like that nice and fast. Short and sweet. Yeah. Good. Did a lot of pages, I think.